last chance, January 2nd, for the 2020-2021 deer season, 2021-2002 bow season, I guess. This isn't gonna work, but we're gonna try. A bunch of does out here in this field. We just got 24 inches of snow last week. It's hard, it's crunchy, and I saw them. I thought this was gonna be pretty easy to be able to get out here and sneak around some cattails to get to them. Air temp is -7, wind chill under -25, something like that. South wind. They're out there. It's been over a month or so since you guys saw me last. Haven't had a chance to get out and deer hunt, so this probably isn't gonna work. Probably gonna freeze our fingers off, and the snow next to the road's really crunchy, so they're just gonna run off. So, but I gotta try it. I gotta try one more time this year. Enough talking. Let's just get this over with.
This particular winter here, January, after their fresh snow, you can see there's a lot of deer sign. These are all deer tracks. They're running back and forth between different fields, but they were frequenting this field to eat. I'm not sure if it had something to do with shoots of grass underneath there, or why they ended up wintering in this field, because it hasn't happened since.
Should have probably been out here.
Either way, I followed their tracks and their heavily used trails around. It allowed me to go through the snow a lot easier and be a little bit more quieter. Soon after, I was able to find some more fresh tracks, not as much snow in them, and saw a buck off in the distance. So what I did was got myself out of the open and butted up next to some cattails. Seeing him following these does that I come to find out he was actually trailing, I found a herd of deer, the one that I was kind of looking for. I don't know if there was 15, 20 deer in this herd. I was mostly just looking to try and get a doe. Set up on the cattail edge and watched them for a little bit to see what their plan of attack was. After that buck met up with that group of does, I decided I wasn't in a shot range, take my arrow out of my quiver, and backtrack through these cattails. Now remember, these cattails have been blown in. It's super thick. I know it's going to be loud, but with a 20 to 22 mile an hour wind coming out of the south, and I'm on the north side of these deer, I knew I was going to be able to work through the cattails into the wind, planning that the wind did mask a lot of my sound. It was noisy, a lot of snow, but I was able to work my way through here, and the plan was to get straight north of them and then work into the wind to the edge of the cattails and reassess where they were at and what kind of cover I have to get at them, because on the other side of these cattails it was open ground. They'd see me coming no problem, so I was kind of biding my time, trying to cut the distance as well as I could.
I think there's 10 or 12 does in this herd, and they're starting to bed down and stuff like that, but he's kind of pushing them off to the east, and so we kind of zigzag through the cattails. Now we're running into the same problem that we've had the whole time, is that I'm in the cattails. They are across mowed CRB that got mowed this summer, this fall, and then there's a couple, like, I don't know, taller patches of weeds that they're in. So I don't even think if I was to army call across that there would be any way to get to them. And you know, there's 12 does and a buck. That's 13 times 2. You do the math. That's how many eyes that are looking at me, looking around for danger. So I was hoping, because there's tons of trails where I came in, I was hoping they'd work their way this way. But that probably doesn't happen till later tonight. And of course, got some stuff going on with the family tonight, so can't just sit out here in the cold weather all day. All right, here's the plan. It's 1:45. I think we're gonna try my original plan, or my second plan, plan B. There's some sprayer tracks here where the grass is it's ran over, so I'm gonna try and get one of those tracks. It's gonna be hands and knees kind of crawl thing. They're bedded down in the weeds, so that's the problem, is that it's so wide open. If I can get to there, that would be a huge move, because now I'm within 80 yards of them. We can either assess from time, if we've got time that they're feeding to me, or if I need to go across to them. I don't even have any words of wisdom for you right now, so I don't know what I'm doing either. Let's see how it goes.
You can kind of see the sprayer tracks I was referring to, this line of snow that there isn't any kochia in. That ended up having me another 4 to 5 inches below, because there was a depression there. They must have sprayed when it was wet. The snow filled it in so you can't see it, but I was able to slide through that depression, slide through that track, and then the kochia around me actually helped with my silhouette. I stopped periodically to see what the deer were doing. After a little bit, I kind of lost track of where they were simply because I went down in a depression and was working my way uphill towards them. I just assumed they were in the last spot where I saw them because they were bedding down at the moment. I also had problems with my release and rangefinder. My release was freezing up from the moisture. I tried checking my bowstrings and stuff periodically because I was getting snow in there, and trying to use my rangefinder, it wouldn't range over like 23 yards or something like that. So those are the problems that I was running into while sliding up here.
We made it. My camera is freezing up. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the rest of this video, but we got within 80 yards right now. All those deer that we saw are bedded down out here. I have no idea where they're at.
Shortly after talking to the camera, I was able to raise my binoculars up and glass around. I actually found the deer herded up and bedded down roughly 80 yards in front of me here. I couldn't find where the buck was mixed in with all the does, so I elected to just stay put and hopefully they would stand up and work their way to me and see if I would actually get a shot. After talking to the camera, about 30 minutes, 45 minutes went by, and I was kneeling up like this to try and find more deer in the herd, and unfortunately a doe pinned me and she stood up and kind of snorted a little bit, which made the whole herd stand up. Only that deer kind of knew what was going on. The rest of them were just nervous because there was an alarm that went off. They started working their way off to the west, which is we're facing west-southwest here, and I thought the hunt was over. To my surprise, they were really flighty from me alarming them, and a snowmobile happened to drive by shortly after, and in doing so, it pushed the deer right back at me, and then this is what happened.
Oh, here comes the adrenaline. Speechless. Frickin' speechless. All right, rangefinder's froze. Says it's 23 yards. That is not even close. Stepped it off, 59 yards. I guesstimated 50. So obviously a little difference there. And then if we're gonna go guesstimate the second shot, she was, yeah, all of 50, almost 60 as well. We got close. Dang it, we got close. Disappointed, I would say a little bit. My goal this year, the two goals I had was spot and stalk a deer, and the other one was to try and shoot a buck with my bow. And I don't know, hope you guys enjoyed this series of videos here. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for enjoying this whole series. Hope you enjoyed something.
You saw the highs, you saw the lows of the bow season here. That's it. We're heading home. Thanks for watching. Like I said, leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys thought of the whole series. I think it was fun to film and edit to get this whole thing done. We got a lot of reflecting to do. Had a great time. Got to travel a little bit and do some deer hunting, but didn't get it done. Second year in a row. We'll get back after them next year. So thanks for watching. Tune in next time to Preston Outdoors.